Look at that. That is a big window trim.
Wow. It seems unbelievable.
Yep. Well guys, welcome back to our home. We're doing our home renovation today, working on the dining room window trim. Previously, we did all the baseboards, crown molding, and it's looking beautiful. To do our window trim, we're just starting with simple 1x4 boards and then fancying them up with small decorative trim pieces that we made these, we bought this. So this will be the sill piece, the bottom, and this is the window top.
You can see the profile here.
Some people have asked before why we don't, wrap around the trim to make it look more finished and more nice, because we could easily do a wrap around of this fancy detail and give the window more dimension. But I actually want the square outline of the window frame. I want it to look square, but decorative at the same time. So I don't want anything sticking out the sides. It's an intentional design. We're ready to start staining these. We're going to do them white like the baseboard and crown molding that we did previously.
Yeah, it's just not ripe enough. Too tough.
Guys, the trim is all stained, shellacked, and dried. So now we're ready to install, and we staged it all out to make it quick and easy.
So you just need to whack it over like a tiny bit. Right?
Yeah, more or less.
Tell me when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Right here?
Mm-hmm. Just trying to see.
That reminds me. How do I get in this shot? Makes my head look small. That's better. Okay. Guys, I'm just too excited to get this table built. We got the window trim all done. It looks great, but who cares? We have a table. This is my first peek of it. It looks okay. They got it well packed, unfortunately with a lot of styrofoam that we got to throw away. I hope we love this table. I can't wait to see it. I'll give you a sneak peek. Check this out. Guys, we're not going rustic, but this table has some rusticness to it, but I just loved it. It looks right for this house. Okay, this keeps getting better. Last night, we got our table together. Everything was looking awesome. This morning, Maverick and I assembled our new chairs. And I'll talk about those chairs later. But we just got another delivery, and these will really complete the look in here.
This one will have to be split in half.
Yep. Okay, we'll do the next one. Pull a leg out of that box. I can't believe that for the first time in 3 years, we have a dining table once again where we can eat as a family. And I just love that. I think it's so important to eat as a family. And I think this is so cool. And it's beautiful, and I'm so happy with it. The table is all solid wood, made from pine from Brazil. I decided to order one because it was beautiful and easy. Someday, guys, maybe I'll try to make furniture. But right now is not the time for that. I just don't have the time, the space, the tools, or anything. So I'm not gonna do it. And I was able to order some matching benches. And what I really like about it is look how open it keeps the room. There's no chair back sticking up in the way, and there's less feet on the floor. It's gonna make it easier to clean and keep the room more open feeling. Now these chairs, we decided to get a set of metal chairs. Even though these don't really look metal, they are metal. And honestly, they're a little bit smaller than I expected in relationship to the table. They look undersized, but they're pretty comfortable and they work. They might be a little bit low, but they work. The reason I got metal chairs is because I've pretty much broken every wooden chair I've ever sat in. So I said, I'm not buying a wooden chair for our dining room. Hopefully these little metal chairs hold up for a while, but I tried to get one that would still resemble the old look, and I thought this was cute. It's all coming together. This feels like a complete dining room, and speaking of which, look at this. We even hung some accessories, something we rarely do, but I thought it'd be fun to decorate a little bit because it is a simple room. It is pretty empty. I'm trying to cut down on the echo, which I can still hear. You guys can still hear. It's echoey. I know those are small, but I thought something soft in here would help cut down on that. We have furniture of these. But it looks like I still have more work to do in the echo area. And now the only thing that's really missing in here
is a dining room light fixture. So I centered the table up right dead square where I want it, measured it from all the walls, it's even in the room, and I marked the center of the table on this piece of tape. I have a plumb bob, which is just a metal weight, pointed metal weight on a string. And if I hold it on the ceiling, I can move it around until it's pointing right where the center of the table is. And I'm going to mark the ceiling so I know exactly where the light goes to get it over this table. And I think I'm going to be working on that right now. I just have to find my tools. Have you guys ever had a moment where you bought something online and when it arrived, it was a different size than you expected? Maybe bigger, maybe smaller. Sometimes it's hard to tell from a picture how large something is. And I kind of had that when I was picking out a light to hang over the table. I wanted something unique, and I saw this really cool pendant light. But when it arrived, I knew it was supposed to be big, but I didn't think it was going to be that big. That box was huge. And when I looked inside, it was honestly like, I was a little bit embarrassed at first. I said, wow, this thing is too big. But since then, I've had time to dwell on it, and I actually think it's going to be pretty cool. It might turn out better than I think. Now we are doing a swag light, and for now, I'll show you the first part of it. And as you can see, that's wood. That's really cool. It's wood and brass, which fits our theme nicely. But this wood is raw. It looks like acacia wood, maybe. I'm going to try to oil this, bring out the color, and hopefully make it match the room a little bit better. Wouldn't that be cool to have like a matching wooden pendant? I'm torn between staining it or just oiling it. If I oil it, I'm not going to be able to stain it. But if I stain it and it goes too dark, I can't change it. I'm just going to oil it, and we're going to see what happens. It's not darkening very much, but will it be okay? It's just oil. Is this still filming?
Yep.
Guys, I'm not satisfied. I'm going to rub some dark tung oil on here and see what it does. Ooh.
Let me see. Ooh, yeah.
Now, this is, I don't know how this is going to react because I'm putting an oil wax on here. Now I'm putting dark tongue. But since they're both oil based, they should blend together. Ooh, this is coming out nice. This is going to match the room much better. Now, I just want to say that this isn't really a swag light. I wanted a swag light, but I couldn't find one I liked. So I bought a pendant light, and we're going to be converting it over. Since this is meant to be hardwired, it comes with all the typical hardware. But since we don't have a ceiling box, I have to do some custom work here. And I just wanted to point that out, that this isn't actually a swag light, just in case, because I don't want you guys thinking the wrong thing about it. So I basically just put a block spacer here and screw this to the ceiling. I want to keep the hardware that came with it, because I think it'll just look nice. Just explaining what's going on here. I thought it would just add a little bit more than a hook in the ceiling. And it comes with it, so why not use it? While this has been absorbing oil and getting darker, we've been working on our swag and it's looking really cool. Even though this oil is still wet, this is looking really good. It matches the room a lot better. It matches our table almost perfectly. I'm so happy with it. So we're gonna hang it right now and it can continue to dry in place. You know what I might do? I'm having an idea. This comes with two of these special links. We don't need one down here for anything. So what if, let me try an experiment. What if we have one for the chain and one for the light?
Will they both go in here? Does that make sense?
Yep. Every other one, try.
Every other?
Every other day.
It's like sewing.
Yeah. Or weaving. Is it sewing or weaving?
Now, what I should do is pick up another one of those hooks, put it down here and just clip it into it. Just to keep it, like, from waving too much. It doesn't have to be tight, but it'll be
Just to keep it there.
secured.
Yeah.
Well guys, I think we have it all set the way we want it. There might be some slight tweaking and adjusting, but it looks really good. There's only one problem. Since this lamp is meant to be hardwired, well, it just comes with loose wire ends. I ordered a replacement plug for the end, and I'm still waiting for that to come. For now, I wired it up temporarily with an old lamp cord, so I just put wire nuts together so that I could plug it in and we could test it out. So now is the big moment. I get to reveal the shade that goes with this pendant. Check this out. So it's just a big glass pendant. It has seated glass, so you can see all these little bubbles. And what they do, I guess, is they take the hot glass and they roll it in gravel to give it this effect. And guys, look how huge this is. This is going to be monstrous. But I think it's going to look so cool hanging above here with the brass accents. We don't want to drop it. Whoa. Look at the size of this. Maybe it doesn't capture it on camera, but it's huge. And I wasn't expecting it to be this big, but I think it's better this way. I mean, it kind of goes with everything, I think. It looks different. It's unique. It's old. I love the wood. I love how the wood is going to match everything, especially the table that we got. It's still oily, I shouldn't have touched it. We got the swag light effect going on. Over here, I have my mess. It's not staying like this. Like I said, temporary hookup, but this is the outlet that's switched. So I have a wall switch and it controls this one. And we're gonna neaten this up. We're gonna get another hook over here and the lamp will just plug right in like that. We're gonna shorten all that up. I'm gonna throw a bulb in here. I have a couple different bulbs to try, but I'm gonna start with this one. Look at that, I didn't even know the light was on. Ooh. I can't wait to see this at night to see how well this does. This is looking really cool. Just for reference, the swag is pretty well above my head. That wraps it up. That is the big reveal of our dining room. I'm gonna call it done. There's not much else we can do in here besides wait for that plug to come next week. It's just a little replacement plug end. It'll clip in, no problem. And maybe put another hook on the wall to keep the chain in place. But this looks better than I could have imagined. Beautiful, the windows came out amazing. The table is perfect. The chairs, they're good enough. We'll see how long they last. Chairs don't last forever, so they'll work for now. Maybe next time we'll get something a little bit different, but I like them. And the black doesn't stand out too badly in here because we have the black windows. It works. This thing, I'm loving it. like I said, when I opened the box, I thought this thing was insane. I've never seen a light globe that huge on a pendant light. And I expected it just to be, you know, a little bit smaller. And this thing is such a centerpiece. It's such a focal point. And that's what this room needed. We decided the center of the table, which is 3 feet wide, it's a 36-inch table, with these windows, which are about 36 inches wide also. So the table is dead centered with the windows, so when you're sitting at the table, you feel centered in the room and you can look out the window. And centered this way, obviously. On this side of the room, you might notice that we do have a pretty good empty spot right here. I have a special piece of furniture for that spot. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna take my old bookshelf that we found on the side of the road, and we're gonna clean it up, and we're gonna be putting it right here. And it has the old glass door fronts, and we can put some really cool stuff in there, display it, maybe some old books, we'll see. But I think I'm gonna save this area for that bookshelf, and it's gonna look really cool.
Whoa. That's cool.
I hope you guys enjoyed this dining room build and transformation from what it was. I know it was a long time coming. Thank you so much for being patient and sticking with us for these last couple of years. We're gonna keep working, get the rest of our house done, and we're just happy that this room came out so nice. I hope you guys like it as much as we do. So that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
Bye.
And everything's done just in time to enjoy our first meal together at the table. Spaghetti dinner tonight. And this is cool, our first meal. In case you wanted to know what our first meal at the table was.